Deputy President David Mabuza is in Pretoria today to try and deal with disputes related to the local government election. There has been fury over candidate lists, with some ANC members claiming they were rigged. The ANC in Tshwane has called on the party's national leadership to intervene. Now it comes amid fears there will be political violence. For more reaction on this, I'm joined by political analyst Levy Ndou. A very good afternoon to you, Mr. Ndou, and thank you so much for joining us. So, will the ANC leadership's intervention in Tshwane make a difference? Because people are unhappy with the candidate list, and you would imagine that they are not going to be changed now because we are 3 weeks away from voting.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to the viewers at home. The challenges in Tshwane have got a history. The history being that there seemed to be a lack of ability to address matters that relates to candidates list and the concerns of the ordinary citizens on the ground. You can blame this to a number of factors. Historically, you would know that Tshwane in 2016 had to embark on a violent protest because of the decision that was taken by the upper structures of the ANC and the contestation between the late Mapeti Matsena and Hossein Ramokgopa. That even though the branches and the ordinary citizens of Tshwane wanted things to be done in a particular way, the ANC unfortunately ended up having to impose another candidate, which was rejected by the ANC in Tshwane and the citizens of Tshwane. At the same time now, in these coming elections, you have a situation that is actually created, firstly, by some deployees of the ANC who would deliberately not send the correct names that has been approved by the branches and the communities. And when such issues are being raised, they seem to be brushed aside. Number two, you have got the desire for leadership from different sectors of the communities in Tshwane and elsewhere. And the unfortunate part is that the leadership is being unable to act decisively, unite the people, or provide reasons that will be acceptable to the people of Tshwane, specifically Mamelodi, Atteridgeville, and some other few areas under the Tshwane Metro. And that, for me, is a recipe for a disaster when you are heading for elections as an organization. Remember, Tshwane is under the coalition of the Democratic Alliance and the EFF, which I know is actually broken down. But that has to be blamed on the internal squabbles of the ANC within the Tshwane region. And of course, I think it is up to the ANC itself, that area, at a provincial level and national, to come and get an amicable solution to the challenges facing Tshwane, as I know has very serious negative consequences on the ANC in that region.
Mr. Ndou, they lost Tshwane 5 years ago, and as you've just highlighted some of the problems that may have been the reason why they lost Tshwane 5 years ago, if they're now dealing with an issue of candidate lists again in 2021, 3 weeks before we're going to the polls, and then we're seeing similar issues in the Northwest, and then we're also seeing similar issues in KwaZulu-Natal, can voters, or at least supporters of the ANC, be confident that the ruling party will regain some of these municipalities or some of these wards that they've lost if they're dealing with such issues?
When the ANC took a decision to take their candidates to be approved by communities, it was seen and accepted by ordinary citizens as a very transparent, honest, and open activity. They trusted this process. But the unfortunate part is that you will still then get those that are deployed to participate in this exercise deliberately interfering with the list and putting their own candidates that they prefer, or they are influenced by certain people to remove candidates that have been approved and put their own candidates. That is the source of the problem. And I think it is up to the ANC to go down to the people and say, we have identified the culprits who have participated in these activities, and this is how we're actually going to punish them. But as for the confidence of the ordinary citizens, you actually frustrate these citizens because they've actually been part of the processes from the onset. Yeah. But when the process has to come to an end, certain individuals are then put there, and that indeed frustrates the ordinary citizens who actually participated in all these activities. Now, it is up to the leadership of the ANC at all levels to come up with better ways that will make ordinary citizens to believe that indeed something is actually going to be done. Because if that is not the case, Tshwane might still, the ANC rather, might still be taking the city of Tshwane back to the opposition.
Mr. Ndou, thank you so much for joining us here on the Midday View on eNCA this afternoon. That is political analyst Levy Ndou.